my oldest child, my daughter, in her early teens, contracted Lyme disease, which was an opportunity for me to actually go back into my medical skill sets. And I took apart the way she was presenting herself, which was basically high levels of toxicity. I saw levels of inflammation in her body. She was expressing pain and she had cognitive challenges. And so when I started to unpack all of that and I looked at the things that I felt that I could impact in her life and giving her some kind of guidance, I focused on toxicity. When I took that apart in research, I looked at all the modern forms and then discovered that there are actually light frequencies that will mobilize all the toxins in your body. And that really interested me because at that time, and I'm talking about the infrared spectrum of frequencies of electromagnetic fields that come from sun. Mm-hmm. And so when I looked at that part of it, the infrared therapies weren't mainstream. And again, now we're talking 25, 28 years ago, okay? It wasn't mainstream. It was basically used in the medical community by sports medicine doctors to lower pain thresholds of the players that were injured and help expedite, along with other methods, like synergistic methods, to get the player healed and back on the field. And so that stuff intrigued me, but what really grabbed me was the mobilizing of toxins, because I felt that that was one of the root causes of my daughter's symptoms. And when I looked at that, really what I did was I organized a trip. I went over to Asia. I spent a better part of 2 months, interviewed close to 50 different factories and found 3 that I liked, then circled into one or centered on one. And at that point, I just started developing devices mostly for home use. Mm-hmm. And she was actually Dr. Joseph Virascano in East Hampton or Southampton then. Mm-hmm. He had a viable practice. My daughter was being treated by him. Dr. Virascano saw that Julia was having such amazing results from some of the devices we were developing. He asked that we start making them for him in his practice, hence the genesis of the beginning of our company, Therasage.